In today's video, we're going to explore a topic that's not often talked about: how most men suffer from a condition called alexithymia, and how it's impacting their relationships. What is alexithymia? Alexithymia is a term that describes difficulty in identifying, understanding, and expressing one's emotions. It's not that someone doesn't have feelings, they just struggle to recognize them or know how to communicate them. Symptoms: inability to name feelings. Someone with alexithymia may feel off, but not be able to describe why they feel that way. For example, you might ask, "How are you feeling?" and they respond, "I don't know, just tired." This doesn't mean they don't have emotions, they just can't access them easily. Physical instead of emotional awareness. People with alexithymia may focus on physical symptoms like, "I feel tight in my chest," instead of acknowledging feelings of anxiety or sadness. Difficulty with emotional conversations. For instance, when asked about past experiences or emotional matters, they might avoid deep conversations, saying something like, "It's no big deal," or "I don't like talking about it." Statistics or research. Studies show that men are more likely to experience alexithymia than women, with some reports suggesting that nearly 1 in 10 men are affected. So it's not as rare as you might think, and yet it's often misunderstood. Why it's more common in men. Social and cultural pressures. Expectation to man up. Men are often raised in environments where expressing emotions is viewed as weakness. From a young age, they may be taught phrases like, "Boys don't cry," or "toughen up." Over time, this discourages them from identifying or expressing their feelings. Emotional repression. Emotional repression, or bottling up feelings to maintain composure, becomes a defense mechanism. This can lead to issues when those emotions become overwhelming and hard to handle. Neurological, genetic factors. Men may also have neurological or hormonal differences that affect how they process emotions. For example, some studies suggest that men's brains process emotional information differently, which can make emotional expression more difficult. How alexithymia affects relationships. Challenges in romantic relationships. Lack of emotional connection. If a man has alexithymia, he may struggle to emotionally connect with his partner. For example, a partner might say, "I don't feel like you're present emotionally when we're talking about our relationship," which can cause frustration or feelings of neglect. Misunderstandings. Without the ability to express emotions clearly, a person with alexithymia might come across as cold or indifferent when they don't mean to be. This can make their partner feel unloved or misunderstood. Withdrawal or silence. They might shut down emotionally during fights or even avoid talking about difficult topics altogether. This can feel like emotional distance to their partner, who might interpret the silence as a lack of caring. Imagine you come home after a long, stressful day and you want to talk about it. You turn to your partner and say, "I had a rough day." But instead of comforting you, he just nods and goes back to his phone. How would you feel? Probably disconnected, right? That's a classic sign of alexithymia. Your partner can't process or express his own emotions, so he can't truly empathize with yours. Signs you or your partner might have alexithymia. Checklist examples. Difficulty talking about feelings. Tinor, when you ask your partner how they feel, the response is often, I don't know, or fine. If this happens regularly, it might be a sign of alexithymia. Emotionally distant. Your partner may come across as emotionally unavailable, like a wall during tough moments. They might avoid deep discussions and instead focus on logistics or practical solutions rather than emotional ones. Physical symptoms instead of emotional clarity. I feel like my chest is tight, but can't say it's because they're anxious about a work project or upset about a family issue. How to deal with alexithymia in relationships. For the person with alexithymia, self-awareness. It's crucial for someone with alexithymia to become more aware of their emotions, even if they don't know how to express them yet. Journaling can be a great way to start. They might write down what they're feeling, even if it's just, I feel weird today at first. Therapy. Therapy can be really helpful. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is often used to help people with alexithymia as it works on identifying and challenging emotional patterns. Mindfulness. Practices like meditation or mindfulness can help individuals tune into their emotional states and slowly develop a vocabulary for their feelings, for their partner. Patience and understanding. Don't take it personally. The emotional withdrawal isn't about not caring, it's a difficulty with emotional processing. It's important to be patient and create a safe space for them to open up at their own pace. Encourage small steps. Encourage your partner to express even small emotions, like saying, I feel frustrated, or I'm annoyed. These small steps can help build emotional communication over time. Seek professional help. If things get too challenging, couples therapy or counseling can be a safe space to work on communication skills and understand each other better. So, while alexithymia is a complex condition, it's not something that's impossible to work through. With awareness, patience, and some professional help, people can learn to better connect with their own emotions and improve their relationships. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of a healthy relationship. If you or your partner struggles with alexithymia, remember, it's not about not caring, it's about learning how to express those feelings.